Greetings to all and sundry, Chancellor North Wales here. Time for a little Chancers View update, discussion about modelling, projects, a few shout outs and other sorted bits and pieces. So firstly I'm going to say massive thank you for all the great feedback on the mill on the canal build for the Out of Your Comfort Zone group build. Really appreciate it, guys, all the comments and all the encouragement within the intermediate postings and the rest of it, and thank you for the massive amount of comments with the end video on the video itself and everything else, so thank you guys. On to current projects, future projects, and then we'll cover some shout outs. The current project is returning immediately back to my comfort zone. This is the MiG-19 from Mr. Hobbycraft, it is. And an awful lot of filler for quite a small jet. Very much puts it squarely back in my comfort zone with the amount of filling and sanding. You're almost left with a feeling they've done some excellent work on the surface detail, but with the amount of filling you have to do, you end up obliterating a lot of that with the resanding and everything else. So I'd rather they'd put a bit more focus in getting the fit right on this than anything else. Fuselage halves went together okay, but I think the wing root was a ropey fit, and the horizontal tailplane, horizontal stabilizers, that was a vague location at best, and the fit then was very much questionable. Wing root not particularly good, and the nose particularly example of something that's ropey. The forward intake lip or intake assembly was actually larger than the diameter of the fuselage at that point, so you've had to sand that back, reshape that, and I don't like it. Created almost this pinched look at the nose. So that said, it's got the right profile. It looks like what it's supposed to be. The cockpit was non-existent, so that's been pretty much scratch built. I've not put the seat in yet, so knocked up. All there was for a cockpit was an instrument panel and a seat. There was no cockpit floor, side panels, stick, anything. So, but that's all going to be in the build video. There's no wheel well detail. And the forward wheel well is clearly just like not even a proper wheel well, just a simple recess. But as that, generally speaking, is not going to be visible, I'm not going to worry about it too much. So overall, I'm enjoying it because it's the kind of subject matter I like, and I need something to sit in between a MiG-15 and my MiG-21. So I'd also have a MiG-17 in the stash that'll have to be built as well. So nice looking aircraft though. It has got very, very pleasing lines in my mind. Certainly a classic jet of its period. Quite a beautiful aircraft really. So that's where I am with that, having fun with it. If we now go on to the next project coming up. Now, as I've mentioned before, it's going to be Jacques Cousteau's Calypso disc kit. Now, I'm going to actually build this for Twisted Snipers 1/72 or less, and as this kit is 1/125th scale, it fits that mould quite nicely. I suppose this I could have as easily built it for the Out of My Comfort Zone group build as well, but I'm going to have fun with this. So after this vid there may be, and this one takes me a little bit longer, and I'm going to have to do a fair bit of background research on this particular subject, and take also a look at some of the boat modelers vids. I'll in the lead up to look at your techniques and methods and all the rest of it, but that's going to prove an interesting one to do. And it is a classic 70s kit, and there's some people no doubt thinking, oh no, you get a kit that's so rare as that, you should be building it. Well, tough luck. If I get Matchbox kits, I build them, and this kit may be a rarity, but it's still going to get built and it's still going to go on my shelf, because to me that's what kits are for. So now for some shout outs and general discussion, and then we'll talk about an upcoming event, or a couple of upcoming events. Firstly, a guy I want to give a shout out to is someone called by the name of Hussein El Kaissy. And the reason why is, I think he's done something in my mind which in modelling terms is particularly significant. A recent build of his was a bomb disposal robot, the radio controlled tracked vehicle. What's significant about this is he produced the kit by 3D printing it. So he had reference drawings, he produced a CAD model from the reference drawing, broke the CAD model down into its component elements, and then effectively designed his own kit, which he 3D printed, then put together. It was done in 1/6 scale. And I'm going to put links to this particular build, because I really felt this was some significant work there. I loved what he did, and I think that unmanned systems are somewhat unrepresented in the modelling world. Now we do have the Reaper, we do have the Predator, and I believe the Global Hawk is available as a kit. But you see pitifully few kits to do with the bomb disposal vehicles, with the unmanned ground systems, which are coming into increasing use. It'll be interesting if I can't remember the name of the manufacturers of this, but the Big Dog infantry support system, if somebody produces a kit of that once that comes into active service. And there is now increasing use on unmanned surface vehicles for harbour patrol, that kind of that side of things. And it'll be nice to start seeing some kits of that nature, and certainly some more UAV, unmanned aerial vehicle kits as well. So I really like what he did in so many different levels, and I think he made a beautiful job of it as well. And if you also like his work, he's an arm modeler. I believe this chap's from France. I may be entirely wrong there, but he seems to enjoy his Egyptian subjects. So well worth looking up this guy. I think he's an excellent modeler as well, and I love his approach and the technology that he's applied and what it really marks within scale modelling, and I'd like to see more of this. Right, something else I think is really worth mentioning, and a young chap who did brilliant and quite beautiful work in my mind, was JJ Modelling and his Buccaneer. The classic Airfix kit, he built it as the carrier-borne version, and he did it beautifully, and I think that's one well worth looking up. And he's a young gentleman, very much deserves our support and encouragement, so if you're not subscribed to him, do so. The other thing I would suggest, guys, and what I've noticed, is there's been an absolute deluge, sort of Defiants, Boulton Defiants, with Airfix releasing the aircraft, and it's been great to see so many builds of this classic, be it questionable in its effectiveness, but nonetheless classic and significant aircraft. So, particular guys I noticed on here was Leon Bradley, that did a lovely job with the Night Fighter version, and Chris and Alex Modelling built a very nice one as well. And if you browse through the channels, you'll see numerous other examples of the Boulton pool Defiant being built by guys on the community, and it's well worth looking up. Yes, and even I'm finding it tempting, but I will resist temptation. I will resist. Another build that really caught my eye was Martin, aka International British Modelers A1 Skyraider. It was absolutely perfect. Absolutely lovely work. The weathering, capturing the feel, the appearance of the aircraft. He did a beautiful job, and clearly he has great weather for scale modelling. In other words, freezing, snowing, no reason to go outside, and he's making the most of it. So just want to say, Martin, you did beautiful work there, and it's noted, and a real work like that is a real inspiration for us. So that's a little chat about what's spotted on the community, and now for an up-and-coming event. The first one is actually tomorrow, which is South Cheshire Militaire in Crewe. It's at the Oakley Centre. Now if you go online, and I'll do a link to this as well, if any of you are within travelling distance of there, I'm going to be there with Chester Model Club, and I'll be bringing an assortment of my work. What I tend to do with model shows is, if a model has appeared there the previous year, then I won't probably bring it. I only try and do what I've built in the period since that show was, since I was there the last time at a particular show. So my Lightning won't be there. However, the Diorama will be. The Shinwa PS1 won't be, because it's going to be a nightmare to take off the ceiling, because it's fishing line and all of it. I don't want to pick about with that, and I still don't think it's too good to look at that aircraft up close. But there will be numerous other builds and projects there, so that's why I intend to take along tomorrow. I'll be there for the whole day with Chester Model Club. Then after that, in April, early April, we've got the Cosford Model Show, and Ian, aka a UK scale modeler, has asked if we can have a meet up there. So for all of you guys who will be aiming to get to Cosford Model Show, it'll be great to meet up with you guys there, and we can put feelers out to chat about this on the community. Again, I will be there with Chester Model Club table and bring along a range of work. Hopefully, if I get my finger out, the Calypso should be on the table there as well. Looks like I'm going to have a busy March. So that's where we are. I've been thoroughly enjoying the videos I've been seeing, the work being undertaken, the projects being undertaken, a great series and the run of group builds going on, and some truly beautiful models. And I do like the idea of tactical jackalopes competition that he's running, with speed being the topic. I won't be entering, even though I will be, after the Calypso's done, I'm going to be making a start on the MiG-25. I don't think my build schedule is going to line up with things, so right, I think that pretty much covers all the bases I wanted to cover. So this was just a quick update, and guys, keep producing the excellent vids, the lovely work, and you're all in so many ways an inspiration to us and encouragement that motivates us all, wherever we are around the world, to take on new and different projects, and just to keep building, to keep stroking the styrene. So I will be doing, of course, a photo set video for South Cheshire Militaire, so that will probably be the next video. After that will be the build video for the MiG-19, then probably followed by another Chancers View vid or two before we get to the video for the Calypso. So that's what's to come. Thank you all for listening, thank you all for your time. Take care, God bless, and happy modelling.